Guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, I saw the opportunity to make a backyard builder version of my videos today to show you how to get a level ground or to get a baseline to make level grade using a laser level. And there's a 100 videos on YouTube already showing how to do this, but I figured why not take the opportunity and just make a quick one to show you how I do it. This is how I lay out fences and everything else. It's all the same basic principle, but project here is these 6 stakes that you see strewn across my backyard, which is tore up right now at the moment, represent the size of my new workshop that I got. I'll do more on this later, but I need a flat ground to set this thing on. And as you can see, I guess this would be a good time to actually visually show this, but as you can see, if the company that you're using doesn't pay attention to what they're doing, this is what you end up with. And right now, the way this is set is unacceptable. You'll notice that there's a huge rut down underneath the ground here, and then it goes up and it kind of touches at that point there, and then it kind of falls back there. And if I take the camera and show you up underneath, you'll see that none of these skids are really touching the ground on the inside, which gives a very unsupported floor, and that can lead to all sorts of things. And there's no blocking or anything underneath this entire structure, so that's a big no-no. But this is its temporary location now, because the final home for it was where this thing is. We yanked this out yesterday and just set it there temporarily. It's about to get a pressure washing and a paint job, but these stakes represent that building. And you can see the best time, or I like to do this at night because I don't have to get my beeper out and bother the neighbors. But basically what you do, you set up your self-leveling laser, and I got mine kind of low because these are low stakes and I'm trying to strike a line. But you can see that back here, if you look at the fence line closely, you can see that the laser line is considerably closer to the ground over here. And if you just kind of gaze at it at the fence, it's much higher up here. I mean, there's probably about 8 to 10 inches of grade difference there, right, Jax? Right in the laser line, huh? Get out of here. Don't put the laser in your head. So what I do is I put the stakes in. This represents the dimension of the structure, which is a 16 by 40. Then I go ahead, make sure that those are rooted in the ground pretty good. Get my laser at the correct height. This self-levels, so this will strike a line all the way across the entire perimeter of the stakes. This is a good dark area here so you can see. And then what I do is I'll go through and I'll actually take a marker and I'll mark this way in the daylight when the laser's off and you can't see anything. I know that this, if you were to draw what this laser is doing, an imaginary line all the way across Jax's head there, will create a flat, level surface. So then what I'll do is I'll find the common point of the ground, which in this case is going to be somewhere along the lines of back here, which is basically a medium point of where I'm going to have those skids set. And I'm going to go ahead and measure down and find that medium point on the stake and strike another line. So I'll take the same dimension. So say maybe my median line is somewhere a little bit in between Jax and that laser. I'll take a dimension over there from where I want to be, say measure about 4 inches down off of that line, strike another line, do the same thing on this side, 4 inches down everywhere, and then I'll take a string and I'll put a screw on that 4-inch down line all the way across on every one of these, and I'll run a tight string all the way across. That establishes my dig perimeter. So now I know where to add and remove dirt to get a pretty level surface. Now, if you're doing pavers or something like that, you're probably going to want to use like a dirt rake and a screed board, and you're going to want to pull and move around all your dirt to get it perfectly flat, and then use a steel tamper or a jumping jack to get it flat before you're going to add your paver base and whatnot. But for this, since that building, Jax, really, come on, get up, you're going to hurt your eyes, get out of here. Since that building is going to be blocked and shimmed a little bit, I'm not too concerned about being perfect, but this is a good way to show you how to do it. You can also use a water level. I've actually used one over at my dad's house for stuff like that, but this is the tried and true way. If you're going to be doing a lot of projects outside, or you're a new homeowner and you kind of want to become a DIYer, or you want to kind of get into doing your own groundwork or whatever, go ahead and invest in one of these. This is the Bosch system. This one's about $300 or $400. They'll last you forever if you don't beat them up. And if it was daylight and you couldn't see the actual laser line on here, which my flash is gonna kind of blind that out, but if you couldn't see that, you put your beeper on here and you raise it up and down, and it'll actually signal when you're close to range. Actually, I have it right here so you can see. So, and there's a million videos on this, guys. But so now when this gets near this, so say it's sunny and I can't see any of this laser, when this gets nearest to that laser, it'll sense it. So let me show you here so you can see the right there, dead center. So then you would make your line with that notch right there. And that's how you would do it. So kind of a half-assed demonstration, but that's how you're gonna get your level lines. So I just wanted to do this quick little video. Maybe I'll do some follow-ups depending on the feedback I get. I know I'm probably gonna get every Bob Builder out there on YouTube telling me that they can do it differently and that's the wrong way, and you know, whatever, but keep commenting. I appreciate it. Anyway, if you guys got a better way to do it, or if you got your own methods, definitely pipe them down below. So yeah, I'll get you back in the next video.